people are showing these videos, I don't think they've got a clue or an idea what they're really looking at. And I had a question on here saying, well, it's going to be blurry because of this, that and the other. I don't think they meant it horribly. They just don't maybe see things the way I do. But anyway, I've got to put this video on. I was looking at this video. Yeah, it's sort of being colorized, hasn't it? And just when you're looking, I mean, the buses in this are different. I haven't seen that bus before. But when you started to look, I thought, oh no. No, this bus here is different. The front and the top is different, obviously. Yeah, never seen it before. But I started looking at this, right? And then, do you see it yet? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it now? The bus. Look at the perspective of the bus to the background. Oh, it glitched then as well. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? The waterfall is in one perspective and the bus is in another. Told you what it's like. It's a felt set sort of thing. Remember, most people coming to my channel are old enough to remember one of those. You stick the tractor and the animals on. The filming has been done that way. Do you see, this is not real. It's not real. Do you see it? There's a lamppost in there. Anyway, it's just, you know, I was going to do other things because I can see other things going on, but I'm just doing the buses right now and so forth. And so here's this truck. So looking at the bus, I think, first of all. I'm not sure. I think that I might do the truck in a minute. Yeah, it's just not right. Come on, can you see it? Can you see the cartoon? It's got the same problem. It's not in the same perspective as the background. It's been added to the footage. Someone is making these videos. This is not real. None of it's real. The background may be real, although I think that's been made as well, and anything on it isn't real. I think we're coming back to the truck now. Well, we will be in a moment. Oh, that's a different kind of bus. It's obviously a tram made into a bus. Something like that. No, I don't think I've seen those ones before. Just look at the state of it. Same problem. Do you see that? Let's go back to this bit here. Move on. Here we come. Do you see the same problem? The same problem. Yeah, sometimes I wish that I didn't see it, but I do. There you go, different perspective to the background. It's nothing to do with blurring because they're moving. This is a cartoon on top of another cartoon. It's just awful that they have to do this to us, really, whoever they are, and make and pretend, even him, that's just not right. None of this is right. Just slow it down yourself. Just put this video on 25%. Anyway, look at that. That's the back of that lorry. Different perspective to the background yet again. For anybody sort of thinking I'm crazy or whatever, these take hours to make these videos to try and show you, because I can see it. And also I think there's a man in the top of this cabbie. I think that's a person in there. That's what I saw afterwards, but yeah, I think there's a person up there. If you look, it looks like a and they look, I don't know what skin they are, they're just dark. Yeah, look at that lorry. Do you see that it's in a totally different perspective to its background? totally different, and it has a problem when it goes past the lamppost because it's been superimposed in. Yes. Here's more cartoons coming across the screen. There it is with that background again. These are all different buses. So here, I can do it manually. I'd actually made a few little videos. Do you see the bus is in a totally different perspective to the background? It's like, this is a cartoon. And I thought this was quite, this is quite old. And 1 second, I'll tell you when this film was made. It says it's the 1930s. I thought this looked quite modern, and I don't know, but then it's a cartoon anyway, because look, you can see it's a cartoon. Anyway, let's move on. That cartoon just waffing off there. Look at that. Let's just slow that down. Let's bring it back a little bit. Well, anyway, it's a cartoon. I hope you saw that. Cartoon, cartoon, cartoon. Look at it wobbling around over the picture up here. They don't seem to pay any attention to the fact that there is steam coming out of that. Did you see that? Let's go back to that bit there. There's steam coming out of there, look. I've just noticed it. They don't seem to take any notice of this road. See perspective again, but there's steam coming out of that. Do you see it? Yeah, so I was looking at the passengers in there. Oh yes, it's the perspective again. See, it's the same thing. This bus has the same problem as all the other buses. It's not in the same perspective as its background. I've got one with a passenger coming up in a minute. I mean, just look at what's going on. You can't even make out what everything is. See, oh, look at that. I didn't notice that before. Let's go back to... see? Yeah, that has been spliced on here. Yeah, that's what I saw just then. See, look there. Well, let's stop it. Somewhere here, it's been spliced together. But just let it... Oh, it won't play, will it? Because I've moved it. There's the different perspectives. The bus is in one and the bus is in something else. It comes across here. Well, there, I just think there's a line down there, and then anyway, it's been put together like that. Let's put the video back on for a bit now. Ah, that was it. That's the person I noticed suddenly had a hole in their head. That's a passenger. Did you notice it? He now has a hole in his head. I mean, I could probably spend days just breaking this video down even more and more and more, but hopefully with just this bit you can see that things are definitely wrong. Here we go again. Another bus. Got the same problem. The bus is not in the same perspective as the buildings and waterfall behind it. They're in different perspectives. And there you go, the different perspectives of the background to the bus. There should be no blurring whatsoever. I've stopped the footage. Anyway, it also has this big problem when it goes past the lampshade. You see the squeezing going on up here. It's all wrong in here because it's not real. You see that? The bus is in front of the lamppost is in front of the buildings. There's no way anything should be touching anything because it's in front. So hopefully now you realise when I'm saying that that is all a cartoon, you can see it's a cartoon. I mean, in a way, when you think about it, maybe we weren't here. They stuck all this in to make us look like we have this past that we just don't have. It was totally different to this. Maybe we had some of this, but it was hundreds of years ago, because they've lied. Don't want us thinking that we were more advanced then. But anyway, that's a bit strange. The man inside the car kind of disappears and then comes back, and the back of his car is really weird. Yeah, did you see that face in there? You can see his face. Those are the people on the side of the road. You can suddenly see faces down here. There's like one there, see? And there, you know, the buses you can see through to the other side, but these you can see the people's faces waiting on the side of the road. Look, there's 3 of them. There's one. Anyway, it's all bizarre. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of them there. They usually show themselves. In most of the footage I see people in it. They want you to know that they're there, but who are they and what are they? Really? I mean, who's that in there? Did you see the glasses? Anyway, those are the bits I broke down. And there's a bit more. Oh yeah, look at the back of that car. Yes, not right. Not right at all. It's really bad they have to do this, seriously. Seriously, it's boring. Because I can't trust any of the past, you know. You want to think that this is what the past looked like, but it isn't. It's all a cartoon, the whole thing. Look through the windows. Look what's going on. They're just not, thank God, clever enough yet. Just look through the car window what's going on with everybody here. Let's put it back here a bit so you can see that again. So those are the people's faces which magically turn up and you can see them, but on the bus you can see through the other side. So it's just... And just look at the perspective of what you're seeing, the level of the car and everything. I think I've zoomed in a little bit on this one, but it's just all bizarre. Look at that. Anyway, we're coming up to it now. Went back a bit too far. Look at that. You can even see people in there. Oh, they're standing on the road. Yes, look in the car. Look at the perspective in the car. It's a different colour. This is a different colour. And then the back of the car is just bizarre. Bizarre. Just look at the colouring in here. Look at the different colouring of this car to the background. It's totally different colours. Everything in there is a totally different colour to this because they've had to manipulate it to make it look. And look at the back of the car. Anyway, back to a bit more. Well, it's still slowed down. I mean, I look at their feet because they never walk right on the pavements, none of them. Another one, look at that. Wibble, wobble, wibble, wobble as it's going past. Look at that, what's happening to the back of that truck? Let's look at that again. I slowed that down for you a bit, that one actually. Look at this, what is going on here? Here's another wobbly car. Wobble, wobble. They're moving, they're not wobbling, are they? The colour's a bit strange because they sort of made it colour, but you see the cars and the buses and whatever it is, the lorries are just not in the same perspective. And look at these, what are they? I think there's 2 of them, but anyway, look at that. So what we're going to do is we're going to show that again. Right, we're just going to flip through this. This is what you're really looking at. Do you see that the cyclist is not in the same perspective as everyone else? They're just not. Let's move along. It's taking ages. Look, he's actually disappeared. Where's his head gone? It's all disappeared. Because it's superimposed in. Look at that. Oh, he's back now. Oh, he's going again. Oh, he's lost his head again. Off with his head. Yes. And then we've got another one. Just wondered why some of... I don't know. This is weird anyway. So that's the first one out of the way. Here he goes. I don't know what's going on with his head there at all. He's disappearing and it's all really weird. And he's not in the same perspective. And then another one comes. Here he comes. Look at that. In fact, there's two of them. Two. And then he's flip-flopping as two. Oh, he's back to one. Oh, now he's disappearing. Yes. I don't know why they have to do it. That's the second one. Yes, look at his hands. Oh, I've just noticed it, so I've got to do it. I thought we'd take a quick look at these ones. Like a grey hand. Look, here. With a funny thumb. Going through this. Looks a bit weird there, doesn't it? With a sort of thing, well, you know, a bluey hand. Anyway, I saw that. I think that's look out, the hand. That's a weird way to hold your hat, isn't it? As you're crossing the road. Superimposed in, aren't they? We're coming to the end of that. They're all starting to get to the edge of the footage there, but look at look at that. Perfect. Oh, we just had it. That might do. If not, I'll have to go back. He's lost some of his hand. Let's go back to here. Yes, let's just get this back here. Okay, well, it's all cut the edge of his hand off. Yeah. Do you see it? There's a line down here because part of his hand's missing. Looks like a claw now, doesn't it? And his fingers are the wrong way around. The fingers you can see. Like that. It's supposed to be him holding his hand down, but he's right. That hand looks strange as well, doesn't it? His fingers have turned into weird things there. It's all weird because it's all made for you. It's made for you. Oh, there's somebody coming into shot now. Look at that. Wow, they've disappeared in front of the shot. There she is. I think it's a she. He's still got a bit of hand missing. What the hell is that? That looks very strange, doesn't it? Whatever that is. Blankety blank. Oh, there she goes, or whatever it is. Now it's scooting off. And he's still missing fingers on his hands. Oh. I mean, what's that? Looks like there's a teddy bear with something sticking out of his head, and there's a sort of face. Oh, come on, guys! It just gets more and more ridiculous. Let's just see what happens to this one. Look at that. And again, he's in a different colour to these people. He's darker. I don't think there's much more of the film to go now because we're over. Oh, well, we're here. Let's go down to his hands. Oh, we've lost his hand, and there's this person leaving there. All right, just got to wait for that. Something came on. I have to get rid of it. Scooting off. Oh. And now look at his hand. Now he's lost his fingers. Look at that. I know some of it's where they've put the colour in, but you know, what, he's grey before like that? I don't know. Why do one hand and not the other? And this is what we see. It's if I don't know if I'm clever enough to do this. It's just all by hand. He's going to click like around. Well, it just wobbled. The footage wobbled. See it now. Look at that hand. Even some of his arm disappears. It's just not right. Up here, I don't know. It's just not right. Come on. Wow. Well, now you can't see the thing. Can you see the fingers? So I suppose you can see the fingers over the top of the hat there, but that's all strange, isn't it? Look at that, it's all bizarre. Oh, look at her dress there. Anyway, let's put the video back on. Oh, the Wibble Wobble bus. Wibble Wobble bus. They all seem to be the same. They got the same problem there with the perspective. Let's just show that again so you can see it. There you go. It's got. Oh, look at that. Let's have a look. What? Oh, what? Can't make out the bus driver. I know what they're saying. Well, look at that. Can you tell which country he comes from? And look at it all. Just look at the footage. Look at that. Different perspective between this and the background yet again. We're back with those people. One, I'll just play this bit from here. Look at that, superimposed on top. And it's sort of blanking in and out a bit there. There's the man with the grey hand. Another bus, same problem. Wibbly wobbly, not looking right there. Same problem with perspective. Just slow it down or even just stop it on the buses going past. You'll see that these are not in the same perspective as the people. I think we'll have a look at that bit there now. Oh, but I've got hiccups then. Sorry about that. Come on then. I want this truck to pass him so you can see how strange his arm is. Where's the truck? Come on, truck. Ooh, in front of him, but just look at the perspective of the bus. He's got a grey hand like the bus. So bizarre it is. So bizarre. Anyway, this is the bus. We'll just put that. Oh, look at that hand. Just look at it there. Look. This is the bit I think I want to just hear. So he's standing there waiting, and then this bus comes along. Let's make it a bit bigger for me to play around with. That's right. Do you really? Well, I don't think his arm looks right. Oh, did you see that? Let's go back to here. Oh, I've got to zoom in again. And let's just zoom that back out. It looks quite modern from that angle, doesn't it? I mean, it looks like a much more modern. Let's see, oh, I don't know, anyway. Here, look at that. So let's zoom in a bit, we can do this one. So let's just pull out a little bit more. Wobble there, do you see it? Just up here there's a wobble. shouldn't be any wobble because the bus is in front of everything, so there's no wobble to behind unless added to the footage. And how all that, there's no blurring going on. Look at that, there's a wobble here, and look at that, look at the shape of it. Yes, let's put the video on again. Let's go back a bit. Yeah, look at that. What are you looking at? It's a wobbly bus. Look at that. What's happened to the bus? Oh, now it's back to normal. Let's put it back on. Well, not normal, it's a cartoon anyway, but it's not doing quite. And look, you can see through the bus there. But I've just shown you other bit where all you can see is the people. There's the perspective again. Let's go back. There's a bit, one big blur, to be honest, so I've just carried on. Hopefully you saw that, how weird that is in the back of the bus and the whole thing. I mean, what are we really looking at? Yes. Back of that bus, so bizarre. Looks almost like a taxi, doesn't it, or something? I don't know, it just looks much more modern. That's just bizarre, that footage there. What the hell is that? It's not a bus or whatever it is. And here it comes. This is the same one, just trying to show you that it's cartoon. I wish I didn't. I wish that I looked at it and thought, this is real, but it isn't. Look at that, just again, that's just it again, just bananas. But you can see the buildings behind. Ooh, and there's the same problem again with the perspective, it's just not in the same perspective as, let's see if I can stop it. Let's carry on. And let's go over here and see it's not in the same perspective as the background. It's in a totally different perspective than the background. Oh. How are we ever going to find the truth out about melted bricks, melted land, the big event, what history really is, the whole thing, if we're shown things like this and somebody's made it for you to think? Either they've made it to make money and pretend that you know, we had this life when we didn't, or they're making it to fabricate history, making it look like this is what you get in your head, is this is what you remember, the 1930s or the 20s or whatever it is, whatever you're looking at, you think that's how you remember it. But obviously it's not real, they're all just cartoons. Cartoons, cartoons. And I love seeing their feet never look right. Anyway, yeah, another bus, look at that, whoa, wibbly wobbly across there. Oh, that's the end. So I think we'll go back to here. It was a bit more, it's quite long, this video, right? Look at that. Just look at the state of the bus. Look at that. You can even see the lion. Oh, let's go back, sorry. You can even see the lion through the bus. Oh, let's go up a bit because yeah, let's go up to here. Well, look at that. You can even see the lion through the bus there. Do you see that? You can see the lion right through the bus. And here, look. And here, you can see the lion through the bus. Look at that. Look at that, just look at it. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Look at that. The lion is in the bus. Come on, look at that. It's got double wheels at the back there, that one. I suppose it was a tram, wasn't it? It's been turned into how amazing we were, these people were. And look, that tram is not in the same perspective as the background. This is, I don't even think this looks real when I've watched the video, but look, Roman. But anyway, this is one perspective and this is another. And go. Same. Oh, and it's got this cladding on as well. I see this cladding. I've done a few videos now. 1800s, those things turned up, I think. But anyway, thanks for watching, and what's your thoughts?